Hallo Freunde!
My name is Miss Vidakovic, or Frau Fau, and this is...
And I'm Frau Goverdon, or Frau G. And this is going to be a Google Classroom one-on-one tutorial for you.
Hopefully by the end of this tutorial, this short screencast, you're going to become Google Classroom experts, or you're going to feel more confident in accomplishing what you need to have a successful semester. So let's get started.
All right, so we're going to go over some online expectations and etiquette, or as we like to call it, netiquette.
So as already discussed in class, when joining a synchronous class Zoom session, please make sure you do the following items. 1, your microphone is always muted upon entering a Zoom session or a Google Hangouts or a Google Meet session. 2, your first and last names are displayed as your name. So Frau G and I and all of your other teachers are still trying to get to know you, trying to figure out and put a face with a name together. So it's very important that your video is on, that you're muted, and that you have your full name displayed, first and last name. Followed by 3, as I mentioned, your camera is always on unless instructed otherwise. And 4, use the raise hand button, or if there's no button specifically, please raise your hand, wait to be called on, and then unmute your mic to either ask a question or answer a question. All right, so those are your tools for success, as we've already discussed in one of our Zoom sessions. And for G, we'll take on to professional screen presence.
Yes, and so again, we may have already talked about this in some of our classes, but we just wanted to reiterate what it means to have a professional screen presence during either your Google Meet or Zoom classes. So we want to be respectful of all teachers and classmates, and that means that your camera is on you and we can see your whole face. We don't just want to see your nose and your lips or just your nose and your eyes, and you want to make sure that you're sitting up and you're sitting in a proper chair.
So here's a do this, you see us properly, and here's a don't. We don't need to see your ceiling. We don't need to see your keyboard. We don't need to see you halfway. We want to see
full faces.
Full faces.
Yes. And we want to make sure that you're sitting up, not that you're slouching, not that you're trying to like relax or what have you. You want to make sure that you have a proper presence on the video. Make sure that you're wearing school appropriate attire. Have snacks and drinks offline. We don't really want to be having lunch in the middle of our Zoom classes. However, it's fine if you have a water bottle. Water is fine to have accessible.
Stay hydrated, friends.
Figure out a place to work during online sessions that will help you be productive and avoid distractions. You should be participating in class activities and not using another device or doing other things than what is instructed. And so you also want to make sure that your behavior as you're on camera is really letting the teacher know that you are paying attention, that you are involved, that you're following along. Make sure, again, that you use that raise the hand feature if you have questions. You can use the chat also to ask questions to the teacher. It's also important to note that we don't want to be spamming the chat or spamming the Google Classroom feed. We'll talk about that more later as well. And just have appropriate behaviors and digital citizenship. Recordings and screenshots of classmates or teachers are also strictly prohibited and will result in immediate disciplinary action. So make sure that you are not trying to take any kind of pictures or screenshots. We don't want to have any of those problems.
It's for security and privacy issues, and we want to make sure that we follow it. And to go back to what Frau Goverdon was talking about in terms of being present, participating, this is also part of your participation grade for every class. So as we approach parent-teacher conferences, as we approach starting to enter grades into Infinite Campus, we want to make sure that you get those points needed for participation. And we are going to ask ourselves as our 5th grade team member, whether you're Skimmer or Osprey, does the student show up at class on time? Are they always there for the Google Meets or Zoom sessions on time? Are they participating? Do they have their video on? Are they muted upon entry? All of those things that we're teaching you in the beginning of the semester.
And so you want to make sure that your behavior as you are on camera is always showing the teacher that you are involved in the lesson and that you are focused. And now what we're going to do is kind of walk you through what the Google Classroom template will look like. So if I click we're logged in as Frau Govardhan right now. If you click classes, you're going to see this dashboard where you will see all of the classes that you are currently enrolled in. In my case, of course, I am teaching these classes, and Frau V and I are co-teachers for all of the 5th grade German classes. And then I also have some extra classes here at the bottom. Okay? Now, when you select the class, you will still see the cover photo. It will tell you when you meet, if it's an A day or a B day class, and you will then also be able to see the stream. The stream is very important because usually your teachers are going to use it to post information that will be used during your live sessions. Frau V and I have elected to always push the Zoom class code to the top so that it's very accessible for you and you can access it anytime that you need to log in for a live session.
You can also bookmark it if you are one step ahead of everyone else and you already know how to bookmark these things. As discussed in class, we have permanently made these links available for you, and you can just bookmark them and always use them to get into our Zoom live sessions.
And the next thing that is very important for you to take a look at is this upcoming tab over here, okay? So anything that you have due for that particular class will be listed right there for upcoming. You are going to have to go into your math class, your German class, your science class to see what Miss Ankers or Miss Davis or Mr. Steele or Mr. Mosley has posted. However, when you click on here, it is very important that you do take a look at this screenshot because it's going to be super nice on your end. It will show whether or not you have submitted it. So I'm showing you what the teacher sees. So I actually see that I've assigned it to all of my students and that it still has 15 pending. So it's been assigned to 15 and they have not turned it in yet, and only 6 have turned it in so far. However, on your end, I'm going to jump down and go to KMS staff because as you can see, that's a class I'm enrolled in. That's the staff Google Classroom.
And this is just an example. You will not see this on your end.
So this is how it's going to look when you are looking at your classes. So as you can see, I have nothing pending. Nothing has been assigned. But if I look at what's been returned, oh, she's already removed all of them. Sad. So what it will look like on your end is it will have a list of all of your pending assignments, and then it'll have an icon where it says whether it's been submitted, whether it's late, and whether it's been graded. So that's what you are going to want to get familiar with.
And it's important to check there daily, especially on your Wednesday off sessions, but definitely daily. In preparation for a class, you should always be checking to make sure that you're caught up, that you are on track, and that you're being successful. And as always, if you have any questions or concerns, or need to clarify something, or are not sure about an assignment, you can always email your teachers at any time.
Absolutely. And we just wanted to quickly also show you that I clicked over to the classwork tab. That's also where all of the work for the rest of the semester will be. And of course, we're just in week 1. So you've just seen the topic week 1 and it's listing whatever we have assigned to you. But as the semester continues, you will see week 1 be pushed to the bottom, and every week will kind of grow on top of that. And so as needed, you can come and look at that and keep up with the assignments. And this is where you'll see kind of like all the assignments and the timeline of our class. And if you go to the home screen, if you will, that's just upcoming. So as long as you're able to keep up with it, as Frau V said, on a daily basis, you should not feel like you're getting behind, and it should feel very manageable. And of course, if you have any questions, your teachers, we are all here for you, and we're available at any time, so just send us an email. We love hearing from you. We want you to be the ones to send us an email, and we will get back to you as soon as we could.
Thank you for a great start to the semester. We look forward to lots of fun times together, learning, exploring, doing hard things, because that's what we do at Kittredge. So proud of you. Keep up the good work.
Yes, keep up the good work, and we'll see you soon.
Tschüss.
Ciao.